Hello everyone, and welcome to today's video. I am Amy with Growing Your Faith, and today we are going to do another crafting for mental health video. I have a free printable for you, excuse me, that will be linked down in the description below. So I thought today we would take out our little buckets that we made the other day and grab a few items and create a few of these Faithdex cards. So yeah, let's jump in and get started. So today I am going to be using, where did he go? I'm going to be using this word one. I lost him. I lost him. Oh, here he is. He's hiding under here. Okay, so I created 6 of these for you to use, and there's lots of things that you can do with these, so that's one of the things that's going to be really cool. So maybe you poke holes down here in the bottom and you actually put them in a holder, so you can use them for scripture writing, or you can just use them kind of like we have been, where you just create a collage on it. Maybe you use the back for some journaling space. Maybe you turn it into a pocket for a junk journal. Maybe you put it into your glue book. I'm not sure if they'll fit in this little one that we made here. Might fit like almost just perfectly. Yeah, you may have to trim down the sides just a teeny bit, but it actually kind of fits right in there very well. So so you could put them in your little tiny glue book that we created. If you're new and you haven't seen any of these other videos, you can check out the video where we created this little journal, plus where we created our little box and added some things into that so that we could get in some quick 10-minute mental health crafting. That just kind of helps us to relax and recenter and be creative and spend some time with God, and just really kind of try to focus on Him instead of all of the stress of this crazy life. I also did it to where the little tabs are different, so that you can kind of tab through them as well. So I'm going to be using this one today, and I pulled out a couple of pieces. This Victorian velvet is what I have in my little bucket that I'm using mostly. It's my new color and I'm in love. I definitely like that it kind of feels a little vintagey, because vintage is definitely my favorite. So I'm just going to ink around the edges really quick. I actually really like inking. It's kind of relaxing. Some of this I may cover up, but I'm not 100% sure where I want everything yet. So I'm going to just kind of go around it like this. One of the things that I have really learned, and that is a great way to use these, is that reciting scripture over and over is a really great way to kind of get control of the thoughts going through your head. And, you know, as far as stress goes, you know, you replay those words said and things done, and all of those kinds of things over and over and over again in your head usually. It's something that I have found that I am really bad at, especially in a situation where I feel like maybe I didn't make the best decision, or maybe I'm not really sure what decision I should make, or somebody's hurt me really badly. And those things will run over and over and over again in my head, and they really just steal your peace. And so it's a good idea to kind of, I'm not sure exactly where I want this little guy. Maybe I should have just glued him down first. It's a good idea to kind of stop that cycle in your head. And one of the best ways that I have found to do that, besides prayer, is to recite scripture. So one thing that you can do with these is put scripture on the back side. So maybe say you're trying to memorize a couple of verses. So put some scripture on the back, and maybe put like a clue word on the front that will help you remember what scripture it is on the back, like maybe the first word or maybe the main word. And then that way you can recite the scripture, or you can just put the scripture on the other side, and then when you see it, you can just flip it over and read some of that scripture. But it really, really is great for battling those tumbling thoughts inside your head that steal your peace and joy. It's also a great thing to kind of help you go over some of the promises of God. Make sure that they're promises actually to us and not to the Israelites. I think sometimes we can get a little confused about which promises go where, but yeah, so let's see, glue this a little bit more under there. And then I think I'm going to put love grows here on the front of this. So these are just some stickers that I have out of a sticker book that I got at every Tuesday morning, sorry. I don't think they're open anymore, but they were like so great. I loved that place. So that's where both of these sheets are from. This is actually a paper that I created that I just kind of love. So I'm gonna, actually I think I'm gonna grab these green bubbles right here. So I'm gonna use it as a little bit of washi. So it's one little trick for you if you've got some paper, some printable papers that you have purchased. You can cut them down like this and use them as washi. I don't really want it quite that thick, but I want all the, let me figure out how long I want it, and then we can trim it a little bit more because I just want the green bubbles and the pink bubbles. There we go. It was actually a really fun page to kind of create. I enjoyed it. So you can see, like, when you have all of these pages, all of this stuff kind of prepped and ready, that it makes kind of putting your craft together go a little bit faster. It will help clean up because everything just goes right back into that bucket. You don't have to worry about like super organizing. So it just kind of takes off a little bit of the stress. So it helps your mental health in multiple ways. All right, let's go with, I think I'm gonna go with these little daisies. And I don't want this whole thing, but I'm not really sure how much I do want. So I'm just gonna stick it on right here. And then I'll cut it after this one. Like that. Put that back, chunk it in my bucket. And then I'm actually gonna put this frame right here, but I think I'm gonna ink it because, you know, it's this pink and I'm loving it. And it'll add a little pop of color. I do like the white, but I don't like the bright white. I don't know why, but I think it just, maybe it just stands out too much, and so then it takes all the focus, and so it doesn't, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna put it on here a little crooked, like this. Oh, whoops, there's more than one. Let's try that again. This is just a die cut, and I just cut a whole bunch of squares at one time out of one piece of paper. I think I've got what it kind of, I think they all fell apart actually, but they were, it was like, I just did them all at once. And so you like put all this, there's like 6 or 7 squares, and you put all of them in there at once, and it just gives you all these little frames, which is kind of nice. I actually really like using them. You could leave this top open to slide things into, but I'm going to put a, I don't know why my thing's not sticking here. Am I not getting any glue? What? Alright, there we go. Alright, and then I'm going to stick this gold butterfly on the inside of that. And then our page is done. If I can get this in here without making too much of a mess. You could put a little tab up here think I had some in here. I don't know if you can still find this one. See, I got it for like $6.99 when it's normally like $20. Let's see. Here. This one says love, and it kind of matches my, well, sort of, a little bit, maybe. It's kind of clear. I don't know if that's going to show up or not. Here we go. And there is our card. Way less than 10 minutes. And then we have this cute little card. And then you can kind of do whatever you want on the back. So definitely I'm going to ink it so that it's got some color. This color is pretty strong, so you do kind of have to be careful with it. Because you will wind up with too much. Like I just did up there at the top. Okay, now you could sit down and you could write out your scripture right here, which is a double whammy for your mental health work, because you are writing out scripture, which is also a really great way to help you out stress-wise. So I hope you enjoyed this little video and enjoy the free printable that I sent you. I would love to see your pages. If you want to share those in the group, you're more than welcome. The link for that is down in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.